Tune.
Say.
Oh, he was asking for the remind the tune again.
Oh, the tune. Okay, fine. Okay. Now, which one had I taught you? Because in both classes, I think I've taught a different tune. Namo Arihantanam. Is this the one? Is this the tune you have learned? Or have you learned
Yeah,
this?
we know
Namo. Well,
we know both the tunes, but then the second one is like new, so we don't
new.
remember it.
Namo Arihantanam. Namo Setanam. Look, I'm saying the word na. Krit, nit. Nit, fold your hands nicely. Hanika. Not na. It is not na for neat. It is na for like
Fine.
for pani. We use the other one. We use the ana. I think we call in Gujarati ana. This is
Oh, the one
na.
after her.
No, yeah, the one after her. That is the one we are like using right now. So Namo Arihantanam. And even when you recite in the other tune, it is not Namo. Neetkrit, you must remember this, Hanika, because we are reciting the original one. And who has written Namokar mantra? Who has written it? Which Acharya Moksha?
Acharya Pushpadant.
Acharya Pushpadant has written. Very good. Krit, who has written Namokar mantra? And in which language? Come near the mic. We can hear you, but you're not loud. No, not Sanskrit. Hanika, which language?
Prakrit.
Yeah, very good. Prakrit. So in Prakrit, we call it Namokar mantra. And in Sanskrit, we call it Namaskar mantra. Okay? Neat. In Prakrit, we call it Namokar mantra. And in Sanskrit, we will call it Namaskar mantra. So Navkar mantra, even I don't know where it has come from, the word Navkar. Navkar is actually not the correct word. When you look at our scriptures, you will actually see that in Prakrit, and even I've sent it to Stuti. No, I'm not sure if I've sent it to you. Okay, I've like sent it to the other parents, I think in the in the group. That Namokar mantra, it is actually written in Prakrit. Later on, it was then changed to Namaskar mantra in Sanskrit. So if you say Namaskar mantra, it is correct. If you say like Namokar mantra, it is also correct. But if you say Navkar mantra, it is wrong. Actually, even I don't know where actually like Navkar has come from.
It came from Hindi.
No, it has not come from Hindi because, okay, anyway, let me find out, because Navkar, I doubt it has come from Hindi. But where did you get that reference? Stuti, where did you get that reference?
I just searched it.
No, okay, look, this is an important point that Stuti has brought out. When you search on Google, remember this, Hanika, Krit, Nit, Moksh, because Moksh and Stuti are good at searching. So you must remember this point, that when you search on Google, we don't get accurate information. We have to find from our own scriptures. Because on Google, we don't know who has written it. Where have they got the information? Stuti, on Google, was there any reference? Like it was in this Shastra by this Acharya. Is there any like reference? No, then you can't trust Google when it comes to Jain philosophy. If you want a good reference, Krit, you must open the Shastra, read it in this Gatha. It is written in Acharya, for example, Kund or Amrit Chandra Acharya, or like Samanbhadra Acharya. Then you must give the reference that this Acharya has written it. Is that clear? So let's see who can raise their hand first. Is Google the best option for searching like Jain philosophy? Moksh? Jaldi bol, how can I just nod your head? No, it is not. And like one more point I wanted to bring out, Moksh, in front of everybody, that look, about I think 2-3 like classes ago or like something, I had said in English, Krit, there are 5 to 10,000 words. In Gujarati, there are 20,000 to 30,000 words, Hanika. In Hindi, there are approximately 100,000 words. In Prakrit, there are 300,000 words. Now, this reference was given to us at the temple by a Panditji. Like Panditji means a scholar. Like a scholar had come from India, he gave us this reference. Then it was like very good of Moksha and Stuti to check on Google that is are these numbers tallying with the ones on Google? But Hanika, on Google, it will not be the same because we don't have a reference. So whatever I tell you has been written by us, like certain acharya. I can't tell you my opinion. Okay, Krit, Neet, whenever you are telling somebody, you cannot tell your own opinion because our opinions don't count. They don't count. They've got no value, Hanika. The value is only in what Acharya Bhagwan has written for us, because he is a Samyak Drashti Jeev, number one. He has attained Samyak Darshan. Number two, his knowledge is far, far, far more than all of us. Is this very clear? Great, Neet. Now, are you understanding the value of learning Gujarati? Are you understanding the value of learning Gujarati, Krit, Neet? Like maybe you don't want to learn it right now. Like I can see Krit is interested to learn. Hanika had shown a lot of interest to learn. When I asked her that day, I even remember she said that it would be my pleasure to learn, or she she said something along those lines. So my point is that in English, there are 5 to 10,000 words. Now I can teach you in English, but Neet, Krit, there will be a time where you will need to open the Shastra yourself and check yourself, because I can't tell you everything. Look, our time is limited. In 1 hour, we just have 1 hour, and that only once in a week. And sometimes in Krit, look, you're missing class as well. So we only have 1 hour in one whole week. And it's so easy to forget, isn't it? Like we only study for 1 hour, then we meet after one full week. And in that 1 hour, we have to cover so many things that I can't tell you everything. Are you seeing the importance of learning Gujarati, opening the Shastra yourself and checking or looking at information? Because these two kids have a good habit. They always do their research, but now the research should be done from Shastra. Okay? I will also give you now a Shastra, and now I will also ask you from that. So you will get in the habit of opening the Shastra. Okay, fine. Okay, now, so Neet, Krit, you were not here last time. So we did Sparsh, Ras, Gandh, and Varna. So Hanika, remind them and open that book, Krit, or like Stuti. Who can open quickly? Just raise your hand, that like Jain Siddhant Praveshika. Either Krit or Stuti, one of you open the book. So Sparsh means touch. Look at me. Okay, Stuti will open it because I want Neet to follow me. Sparsh means touch. Ras, look, I'm pointing at my tongue. Ras means gandh. Sorry. Ras means taste. Gandh means nose. I mean, smell. And varna means color. Let me say it again because I was actually looking at the book and also I got confused. Sparsh means touch. Ras means taste. Gandh means smell. And varna means color. Go a bit up. 16. Question 16. Yeah, there, 16b. Fine. Okay. So this is what we had learned. Now, I know, and okay, so Sparsh, Ras, Gandha, and Varna. The principal specific attributes of matter particles. Now close the book for a minute and let me explain to you one or two things. Okay, what I want you to understand is that in every substance, how many attributes are there? Moksh. How many attributes are there? Infinite. Now, okay, there are infinite attributes. What is the functioning part of an attribute or gun? Let's use the word gun. Now we will not use the word attribute. What is the functioning part? Look at also my action of an attribute. Yeah, Moksh.
Pariyaay?
Very good. Clap for him. Clap for him. Very good boy. He's the only one who like raised his hand. Okay, the functioning part is called pariyaay. Now we will take one step further. Neetkrit, have you understood? Because Hanika, I think she's understood. She's been attending all the classes. I think she's understood. Neetkrit, have you understood that the changing part of the soul is called pariyaay? That you already know. Like both of you already know that, isn't it? Kreet, look at me when I'm talking to you. Or are you looking down at the screen like this? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So the changing part of the soul or any substance which both of you know is called pariyaay. That is correct. But now we are looking at it from the Goon angle. Goon, okay, give me name the 4 Goon which we just learned right now. The 4 Goon of Pudgal. Bol Kreet. Agada, because we can't hear you. I think you're far from the microphone. Gujarati ma bol sparsh. And do the actions, it'll become easy. Yeah. Burn. And now translate and speak neat. Say sparsh means?
Means
It's easy. Look, it's easy.
touch.
Hmm.
Ras means taste. Gand means smell. And Varn means color.
Very good. Look, it's like actually easy. When you do the action, it is easy. Krit, fast. And then we move to a new concept today. Yeah. Sparsh ras.
Sparsh, ras, gand, nerve.
Varn means?
Varn,
Means what?
color.
Color. Okay, now let's move to a new concept today. Okay, so that like the changing part of the soul, which everybody knows, is pariyaay. But the functioning part, when a Goon changes. Now let's take a few examples, which will be good revision for like Stuti Moksh, because on Saturday we just did it. Let's take an example. So these are the four Goon of Pudgal. Now, what are the 4 Goon? Of soul, of Atma. You can even open the book, no problem. See the book. Bol, Moksh.
The soul has infinite happiness and
No. Not infinite happiness, but happiness. That
the
is a
soul
good.
has happiness and knowledge. It
Two.
has bravery and it has joy.
Joy and happiness is the same thing.
Yeah,
Kind.
joy and happiness is in one category.
Kindness.
Okay, now open the book. Let's look at 16a. 16a. So power of knowing. So which Mok said knowledge, which is correct. Knowledge is correct. Power of knowing or like knowledge, it is one and the same. Then like belief, then conduct and bliss. So the 4 Goon of Atma. No, leave number 5 right now. We will just deal with the first 4. Like knowledge, belief, conduct, and bliss. So charitra and darshan. Let's not use the word samyaktva right now. Just ignore that. Close this book. So the first one is knowledge, which everybody knows. Now everybody's so familiar with this. The second one is darshan. Darshan means faith. The third one is conduct, which is charitra. So in school, are you told sometimes in the assembly that mind your conduct? Have you been told this in assembly? Isn't it? Like mind your behavior. Like in other words, maybe they use the word behavior. Mind your behavior. Because in school, I remember that they used to tell us mind your conduct. So conduct means behavior, or like it means the right way of behavior. So conduct, and the fourth one is bliss. No, don't drink water. Don't drink water when we are studying. You can always drink before the class and after the class. Okay, let me just quickly brief you in with this before we learn these important things. Okay, so everybody knows Hanuman's mother. Like, what was she called? Hanika. What was Hanika, this Hanuman's mother called? Yeah, Krit?
Anjana.
Anjana. Okay, so do you know what happened in her previous life? Because when she was Anjana Hanika for 22 years, her husband did not talk to her. Can you imagine in your house for 22 full years that somebody doesn't speak to you? Like, for example, Hanika, your mom, your dad, your dadi, dada, they don't speak to you for like 22 years. It's like, it is quite bad, isn't it? Like, you will feel so bad for 22 full years. So why did that happen to her, Moksh? This is very, very important. In her previous birth stuti, she put like Bhagwan Pratima, the idol of Bhagwan Hanika, she just put it on the floor for 22 seconds. Just for 22 seconds, not even 22 minutes, Krit or Moksh. Listen to this, because this story we are saying because of Moksh. For only 22 seconds, she put it down. And what was, Hanika, are you looking at your phone or something? Don't look at your phone. Okay, so even this will imply to Hanika. Look, this Anjana, she in her previous birth, she put that Pratimaji down for 22 seconds. Now, Hanika, when I'm talking, she's using her phone. Moksh was drinking water. What happens? You build very, very, very sticky karma. Very sticky karma. And then when it comes into fruition, meaning when it gives you the fruit, the intensity will be very high. See, Hanika, she only put it, like when you count 22 seconds, what is it? So fast we can count 22 seconds. It is nothing, but this is the fruit she got, that for 22 years, her husband did not talk to her. So when the teacher is talking, whether it is in our class or in your class in school, drink water. You can always drink water. Drink in between your classes. When you're drinking water, when you sit, like when you sit for our class with your shoes on, or you are actually building bad karma, that whatever knowledge you are learning, it will not be helpful to you. So do you want that? Now, Hanika, we don't know, right, what fruit we will get. What fruit we will get. Did like Anjana know in her previous births that if I just put like Jinendra Bhagwan, Pratima, like the idol, down for 22 seconds, did she know, Moksh, that for 22 years her husband will not talk to her? Did she know that? She didn't know that. So do you want the same as like Sati Anjana? No. Anika, do you want the same? No. So when the teacher is talking, don't do other things. Okay, Moksh, Krit, Neet. Now let me give you one more example. Stuti, is your hand up? Yeah, ask your question.
But you see, in like schools, like we normally have like a habit of wearing like shoes in class and everything because you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to. It's okay, but I'm just like letting you know that it is a disrespect for knowledge, because that is the reason why we remove our shoes and we go to the temple. So now the choice is yours. You see, to give information is my duty, but the choice is yours, because this is a reality. This is a reality that the law of karma exists. Now let me give you one more example. Okay, how many of you everybody, okay, let's take a familiar story. Let's not take a new story. Let's take a familiar story, like of like Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, he locked animals, remember? When Neminath Bhagwan was about to get married, he locked animals. So he made them thirsty, he made them hungry, remember? Everybody remembers this. He locked them for a very, very long time, Moksh. Then what happened, everybody knows, Hanika, Kritneet, that when he was in the jungle and he was very thirsty, he was dying, like literally like a few minutes before his death. So imagine, look at the intensity. He kept those animals locked. This is only an example, say for 5 hours. For 5 hours, he kept those animals locked. When he was thirsty in the jungle, that intensity of 5 hours came in 5 minutes. Are you understanding? That what the animal suffered in 5 hours, he was suffering in 5 minutes. Can you imagine how much pain he must have been? So much pain. First of all, this hunter has, shot an arrow at him. So he's got pain in the foot. He's thirsty at the same time. The amount of pain, like sometimes when we get a headache, how much pain do we get? So, and that pain is a lot, isn't it? It's like the head is about to burst. So imagine Sri Krishna at that time in those 5 minutes. This is only an example. He locked the animals, for example, for 5 hours. In 5 minutes, all that pain that he gave to the animals came to him in just 5 minutes. So can you imagine the pain he got? So do we want the same? Do we want the same? So when we do hinsa means violence, moksha. Violence, we might not kill anybody because we are born in a Jain family. We might not kill anybody, but we're doing hinsa by disrespecting knowledge. We are like disrespecting knowledge. When you disrespect a teacher, you're actually disrespecting knowledge. Okay. Number 2, chori. Chori means what? Chori means stealing. You might not go to the shop and steal something. You might not do that. But you might hide something from somebody. You might hide, oh my God, like I'm going to hide this from her. I'm going to not tell her this. You might do something like that. So even that is in one way a form of a chori, that you're supposed to give some information, but you don't. You like keep it with you. That is a chori, because I know that people sitting in this class, you are not going to go to a shop and steal things. That much confidence I have. You are not going to do that. But when you do, like chori can also be like that. Chori is not only in action. Chori is also in the thoughts. Chori is in, like, maybe in school, like this happens to all of us, so there's no need to feel bad. In school, we might see somebody's rubber, which might be so nice, like that smelled rubber, like which comes those fancy rubbers. And we think, oh, wow. And you just have a thought. You only have a thought that I will take this rubber. Of course, you don't take it, but you just have a thought. I will go and take his rubber. And then obviously you realize this is not the right thing to do. And then obviously you don't go and take it. But the thought has earned you the bad karma. Just the thought. A bad thought earns you the bad karma. Then greed. I mean, like maybe you're like, mom has put one helping in your plate, and you see like, oh, I really like this food, you ask, you have not finished your first helping, and you ask for a second helping. So that is greed, isn't it? That first finish that whatever is in your plate, then take the second one. So that is greed. So all these are not helpful for us, because nobody wants to suffer like Sati Anjana. Now, one more example, and then we continue with our work. Moksh. You heard, okay, have you heard the story of Saman Batra Acharya? I sent it to Stuti. He was always feeling very hungry. Did you hear that story? Like, Neetkrit heard it, I know, but you have not heard it. Anyway, listen to that story. It is there in your chat, and you will actually understand what he did with his extreme hunger, because you were feeling extremely thirsty right now. So listen to that story and you will actually understand like what to do. So let's leave that example. Ahil is here. 1 second, let me just add him. Ahil, turn on your video so I can add you. You're very late today, Ahil.
Yeah, sorry, our power had gone.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so we were talking about the bad vices, Ahil, what we should not be doing. Okay, so we talked about greed, we talked about hinsa, which means violence, and we talked about chori. One example I want to give, and then we finish this story. So have you heard of Draupadi? Draupadi was Arjun's wife. Arjun was the cousin of Sri Krishna. One day we will do his story. Arjun was the cousin of Sri Krishna and Draupadi was his wife. How many of you have heard of Draupadi? Most of you have heard about Draupadi. Okay, so for Ahil Arjun was Sri Krishna's cousin and Draupadi was Arjun's wife. Now, Hanika, what did she do in her previous birth? In her previous birth, she was so angry once. Anger is a vice. It is a bad quality. Moksh. So what did he do? What did she do? She went because a Muniraj came to her doorstep. He was asking for food. She got so angry that why is this Muniraj at my doorstep? I do not want to give him any food. She went and put poison in his food. And then she served the Muniraj. So obviously the Muniraj ate it and he died. In her next life, when she was Draupadi, what happened to her that she faced so many insults. She was a good woman. She was very, very good, very good. She was a princess. She was from a good family. But even then, she faced so many insults all the time. All the time, she faced so many insults. So are you understanding, Ahil, that what we were talking with the rest, that there's something called the law of karma. You do something bad will happen to you. You do something good will happen to you. Why did we start this topic? We started this topic because in class, sometimes we drink water. Sometimes when the teacher is talking, we're doing other work. So when you don't respect the teacher, you're actually disrespecting knowledge. And when you disrespect knowledge, automatically you forget everything. And you know what is the worst fruit that you can get for disrespecting knowledge, Stuti? You go to a one-sensed being. Today we have 5 senses. We have 5 senses and a mind. So we've got 6 senses. But the lowest form of life is one sense being. That is where you're born, where the knowledge is nothing. So how many of us want that? Raise your hand. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants infinite happiness. Everybody wants to go to moksha. So that is the reason why we don't do such habits. Okay, fine. So Ahil, to quickly fill you in, Sparsh Ras Gandhavan, that is what you know. Okay, now to finish off this topic, because today I wanted to start with Utpad and Vyain, 2 new words I wanted to teach you, which I know, Kreet, I know that you really remembered this very well. Utpad and Vyain. Okay, so okay, so where was I? So Sparsh, Ras, Gandh, and Varna. These are the 4 attributes, Ahil, of Pudgal. The 4 attributes of soul are knowledge, happiness, charitra, which means conduct, and darshan, which means belief. Of course, they're infinite, but I mean, we are only using 4 right now. So both Pudgal and Jeev are separate. Does the soul do anything for the body, Hanika? No. Does the body do anything for the soul, Ahil? No. Stuti, are they both one and the same? No. So Kreet, can sometimes the soul can do, just like sometimes it can do. There's no harm in it. Sometimes the soul can do something for the body. No. Needs. Sometimes the body can do something for the soul. Sometimes, of course, it can do. Like we have been living in this body for so long. It's like sometimes we can help each other. The body can help the soul can help the body. Is that true? No, it is that completely different. For example, how Neet and Kreet are 2 completely different individuals. In the same way, Pudgal and Jeev are completely different. Now, we were talking about pariyaay, and then in pariyaay, there's utpadvi. So that's where we want to reach today. Now, in pariyaay is the changing part of the Goon. Ahil, do you understand this or you don't understand what I'm talking about? So Stuti, give one example, which you gave on Saturday. Give one example.
Yeah, related to
Okay, let me
matter.
let me start with one and then you will get the gist of it. Today I've worn a green t-shirt and I went out in the rain. It got wet and the color faded. So from green, it has now become a dirty green. So the Goon is color. Remember Varna. Varna is color. Krit, you will be giving the next example. Varna is color. The change happened in the pariyaay from dark green to light green. That was the change that happened in the pariyaay. Now, Stuti, give one example, then Krit will follow you.
I bought an apple which was green. No, I bought a banana which was green in color and unripe. But then sometime later it changed into yellow in color after ripening. So the goon is color and the change is from green to yellow.
Okay, Krit, your turn. And next is Moksh. After Moksh is Hanika.
Like, let's say it is just sand. It's like brownish peachish over there. So it rains and then it changes into mud. So it becomes completely brown. So it changed the color.
What is the goon?
The goon is pudgal.
No, the
And
goon is color.
and color.
Yeah,
Color.
yeah. And the what happened in the pariyaay?
It changed.
From what to what?
It changed from what do you say? Like peachish to brown.
Very good. Okay, next is Moksh, and next after Hanika is Ahil.
So, let's say we have a piece of glass. So then we heat it so the color changes and it becomes hotter. And then we like change the shape of it. And then it becomes a nice white elephant. So the goon is color and heat, while
Shape. Color. Okay, heat is even a goon. Heat is even a goon, and shape is also a goon. Yeah.
color, heat, and shape. So the color changed from like a normal red whenever it is hot to a nice white. The shape changed from just a normal cuboid to an elephant shape, and the heat changed from cold to warm.
Clap for him. Good example. Very, very well thought. Okay, now Hanika. Hanika, don't complicate yours because he has done it before, like on like Saturday, he has done it once. You give an easy example, okay? Yeah.
So like I bought a handkerchief and then I put it for wash, and then it was a beautiful dark pink color, and then it faded, or no, it like mixed with another color of cloth, and then the color became like a greenish pink, light pink color. So the change is color.
No, the goon is color.
The goon is color, and it changed
From pink to?
from pink to green.
Okay, Ahil. Good. Yeah, good attempt. Ahil, bol. Adjust your
like-
camera so we can see your face. Yeah.
So like you're doing some work, and then like you put ink on the paper, so the color of the paper will change.
So the goon
The
is?
goon is the color, and the change, it's from like the white paper to say blue.
Very good. Okay, neat. Bol.
So, like right now, I'm young. I have black hair. When I grow up, I put like, I don't put shampoo, so it will become white. So the goon is color and it changes from black to white.
Good. Very good attempt. That was a good example. Okay, now let's go on taste. Let me start with an example. So when I bought an apple, okay, next is neat. When I bought an apple, it was green in color and it was very sour. But I took a bite, I didn't like it, and I threw it away. So the next apple I had in the basket, I allowed it to ripe. So first the color will change from green to red, and the taste will change from sour to sweet. So there are two gun now. The first gun is color, green to red. The second gun is called taste, ras. So ras, so from sour to sweet. Now next is neat. And after neat is tuti.
I grew a mango tree. There were two mangoes. Both of them were unripe. So I took one, which was green. I tasted it. It was sour. Then, after some while, like a month or two, I took the other mango. It was yellow orange. I tasted it. It was sweet. So the goon is color and taste, and the change, the pariyaay is from, for taste it's sour to sweet, and for color it's like green to yellow.
Good. He used the word pariyaay, so I was happy with that. Okay. Stuti.
I was baking a cake. Before I baked the cake, I tasted the flour. It tasted tasteless. But then after I baked the cake, in which I added sugar to it and milk to it, the cake later on tasted sweet. So the taste, I mean, so the goon or color and because the cake changed color from white to brown, and so the goon are color and taste, and the change for color is from white to brown, and for taste it's from tasteless to sweet.
Very good. Next. Okay, who wants to go next? Moksh, you want to try? And then we give it to Krit. After Krit, Ahil, and then Hanika. Bol Moksh.
Okay, so let's just say I have a marker pen, and then I write on the whiteboard.
Sorry to interrupt. Come in the screen. We can't see your face.
Taste, only taste.
Oh, it's for only taste.
Yeah, try with taste. Your examples are correct. But just try with taste for now. And
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay. Just continue with your example. Don't worry. Yeah, marker pen.
Oh yeah, I'm writing on the whiteboard with a marker pen, and now I use a blue marker pen. So now I solve a problem, a maths problem with it. Now I don't like the color in which I write the answer, the same as the question. So I use a black marker pen to write the answer
No,
instead of
your
blue marker
example is
pen.
not correct over here because you're using two separate pen.
No, I'm saying I write it the answer with a blue pen. Then I don't like the color since it's matching, so I change it to black.
No, so the color of the board is changing.
The color of the answer.
The board.
No.
The
Okay, no,
board.
this
The other.
example. Now, okay, try with another example. Try with another. Try like a simple one.
Okay.
Just like a simple one. Look behind, I can see a white shirt. Use that white shirt and give an example.
Okay, so I wear a white shirt to art class and it becomes dirty. So when I put it in washing and we add some bleach, it becomes like white and removes all the stains.
Yeah, very good. So goon is color. It changed from say green color fell on it. So from green, it changes back to white. Okay, so
White.
that's done. Anyway, so now Ahil, no, sorry, Krit, give one of taste quickly.
Can I give one of both?
Try, ball.
Okay, so I'm making tea. So I start with milk. It's just I drink the milk. It's just I don't know how it tastes.
Taste, you can say
Tasteless.
tasteless. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's white at first. So now I make it or boil it or whatever, and then it changes the color from white to brown. And now I taste it and it's sweet.
So what is Goon? What is pariyaay? Use Goon pariyaay.
The goon was color and taste, and the pariyaay
Pariyaay of
was
color is what? Veritable. The pariyaay of
the
color is
pariyaay of the color was from white to brown, and the pariyaay of the taste was tasteless to sweet.
good boy. Ahil. And the next Hanika.
Okay, so first I had like very old and expired milk. When I tried it, it was like very bad. It didn't taste nice. And then I went to the shop and bought new milk, and that tasted very good. So the gun was the taste, and the pariyaay was it was from a very bad taste to a good taste.
Okay, let's improve Ahil's example. Ahil bought a packet of milk. He brought it home. The first day when he used it, the color of the milk was white and it tasted really nice. Ahil forgot about the milk and he left it in the fridge for 10 days. When he opened the milk pack, look, Ahil, now we're not buying another packet, okay? We're using the same packet. So that was your mistake. After 10 days, the color of the milk suddenly becomes green on top, like there was fungus on the top. And Ahil was watching TV. He did not look at the glass and he drank it. And all of a sudden, it was sour. So the Goon is color, which changed from white to green. The pariyaay, like the Goon is color, and the pariyaay, Ahil, listen, because this is like your example. The Goon is color, which changed, and the pariyaay was from white to green. And the taste is the Goon, which was from a good taste to a sour taste. Have you understood? Use it on the same packet of milk. Don't bring in 2 packets of milk. Like how Moksh, don't use 2 markers, 1 marker. Okay, so then it will make sense. Hanika.
Okay, so I'm making ice cream, and I first make the cream, and I taste the cream, and it's plain and it has no color. Later on, I put some strawberries and other fruits in it, and put a little bit more sugar, and I put it in the fridge. And once it's ready, I taste it, and it's sweet, and it's not like colorless anymore. So the gun is
Yes, you know it. You know it. Think aste aste kar, okay?
the pariyaay is the taste,
No,
and
pariyaay, no. Goon is taste. Remember?
the gun is the taste
Ras.
and
Remember
the color.
ras? Yeah.
The gun is the taste and the color, and the pariyaay is the change from the plain ice cream to the colorful ice cream, and the like not very good tasting ice
The
cream.
Varna is color. So Varna is a Goon. Color.
Okay.
Habol. Look, there are 2 Goons in your example. One is color. So Varna is color. Color, it like changes from white to a colorful, like beautiful, like nice color. The second is Ras. Ras, isn't it? We learned about Ras. So that is taste. So it changes from tasteless to maybe a fruity flavor, isn't it? Have 2 ball. Which 2 are the Goon, and of individual Goon, which is the pariyaay?
Okay, so the gun is the taste.
Great. Listen to her.
The gun is the taste and the color, and the pariyaay is the change of the plain white cream to a colorful pink peach color, and the not and the plain flavor to a very nice fruity flavor.
So which one is the Goon? Say Ras. Taste. Say ball.
The gun is ras, taste. And burn.
No, so taste, now give the taste mark કેવી રીતે change થાય છે into pariyaay? So the Goon is taste and it changes from tasteless to a fruity flavor, say, like whatever you want to say. Bol?
Okay. So the goon is like a with the goon is like the
Taste.
taste, and then the taste changes from a plain and not very tasty taste to a nice and fruity flavor.
Exactly. તને હજી પર્યાય સમજમાં નથી આવ્યું જો I think આહિલને સમજમાં આવી ગયું છે. Kritneet, I am not sure. I think Stuti has understood. Let's revise Paryay. Moksha, explain to Hanika what is Paryay, and then even Ahil will explain. I want to check if you two have understood.
So the pariyaay means modification of the soul,
Wrong. Ahil,
of
try.
substance.
Wrong. Then Kritneet will also try.
It's like a part of the soul that's always changing.
Yeah, no, look, you missed in the starting. I said that is a correct way of saying, but this time we are using Goon and explaining from the Goon angle. So that,
So like
ball.
it's like what is changing in like in Pudgal.
No, completely wrong, Ahil. Great, ball. Let's see how much you have understood.
Different.
No, I can't hear you. You have to be near the mic. And then Hanika, wait, let me finish. Sikrit has also not understood. Neat.
Can you please repeat the question?
What is Paryay?
Modification
Of
and the changing
modification is correct, but of what?
of the
All of
soul.
you gave wrong. All of you gave correct examples, but you're not able to say modification of Goon. All of you said, yeah, that the Goon is taste, and then the taste change from tasteless to sweet, or from sour to sweet. All of you said that. Okay, Hanika, speak. What did you want to say?
I wanted to say what you said. It's like the modification of goon.
Goon, now open the book. Stuti, open the book. Moksh will now read. Question number 4. If you can make it big, Hanika, if you can from next week, can you use a laptop? You like mentioned it was spoiled, yeah? Okay.
The HP, it's refused to work.
Okay. So what is modification? Now listen to what I'm saying. The functioning part of an attribute, the functioning part of Goon, the functioning part of Goon is called modifications. All of you said modification. I mean, no, actually only Neet and this Moksh, only 2 of you said modification. So modification is 50% correct. But the functioning part or the activity of Goon is called modification. Now close this book. Moksh, explain. What have you understood? Only then we can go to Utpadve, the new topic.
So it's the modification of Goon.
Yeah, but what have you understood?
So like let's say I'm in an angry mood, so then I become calm. That's the modification of my soul.
No, you have not yet understood. Look, let me give an example to make. I'll use the same example. I bought an apple. It was green in color when I bought it, and it changed to red. Now, what is the Goon, Ahil? The Goon is color. The Goon is color. It changed from green to red. What changed? The Goon gave a modification. The Goon gave a modification, but the Goon is not destroying itself. This is an important point, which is where Utpad Ve Dhruvna will come in. like a new, because now we have to start with a new topic now. But if you have not understood what is pariyaay, you will not understand utpadve. Look, Rit, you have not understood, although you know utpadve, because these, I think even Hanika knows, because we have done it before. So the Goon will remain, and even there's a change happening. Stuti, have you understood? Let me give you another example. Ahil, Hanika, listen. Skrit. I am in first Gunastan. I've got Mithya Darshan. Listen, now I'm using the word Darshan. Darshan is a attribute. It is a gun of Atma. It is a gun of Jeev. I at moksha, I attain Samyak Darshan. I go to fourth Gunastan. So what is the change that has happened from Mithya to Samyak, from wrong belief to right belief? A change has happened, isn't it? So of like what gun? Of like darshan gun. Mithya darshan to samyak darshan. How many of you have understood? Moksh, have you understood? Now let's give another example. Hanika, of knowledge. Let's give knowledge is a gun of jeev. Ahil, listen. Aneet. Knowledge, gyan, is a gun of atma. It is a of jeev. Now, knowledge is changing. Hanika, listen. Knowledge is changing. For example, I was in standard 1, I was in year 1 or class 1, and I moved to class 7. So my knowledge automatically increased, hasn't it, Preet? In class 1, I could only say 1 plus 1 is 2. But in year 7, I could actually say that 11 times 11 is 121. Look, my knowledge has increased. In like standard 1 or like in year 1, I could only say 1 plus 1 is 2. So my knowledge increased. So because my knowledge increased, there is a change that is happening in which gun? Raise your hand. Yeah, Stuti.
In knowledge.
In
Good.
knowledge gun. Now all of you give one more example, because we can't move to Utpadve. You will be totally confused if we move to Utpadve. Now give all of you, first we'll start with Krit. Give one example of Gyan gun. But first explain what is pariyaay, Krit.
Pariyaay is the modification of gun.
Gun. It is the changing part of the gun, ball. Because when you use
It's
modification,
the
you might
changing
not
part of
understand.
the gun.
You will just cram that word. You will cram that word, but the feeling will not come. It is the changing part of gun, ball.
It's the changing part of gun.
Yeah. So now have you understood that the change happens? Now that you've understood change, now remove the word change. Because change is not the correct word. The actual word is modification. But have you understood in your mind, everybody, like when I say Krit, I don't mean only Krit. A change has happened. Have you understood, Krit? Okay. Bol, have I now give an example? Let's start with Krit, then we go to Neet.
So let's say I am playing with my school uniform football. So I'm running and I fall down on the dirt. So then the dirt goes all over my shirt. So the gun is color and the change is from just the uniform to like stains.
No, what is the color of your uniform?
White,
So from white to?
brownish, brown stains.
So say that is the thing, not the uniform, okay? Now next is Neet. For example, you can use Jeev or you can use Pudgal. You don't always have to use Pudgal.
So um,
Okay, you think, because time is less. Ahil, and then we come back to you.
So maybe like you put your clothes with other clothes to wash it, and then like the color of the clothes will mix. So the gun is the color, and the pariyaay, say one of the clothing was like white, and it was with something like blue, so the white clothing will become a bit blue.
Okay, Hanika.
So when I was in nursery, I learned 3-letter words. And when I come to a higher stage like year 5, I learn 10-letter words. So the change, so the gun is, knowledge, and the pariyaay is 3-letter word, is the change from 3-letter words to 10-letter words.
Increase in knowledge. Yeah, correct. Yeah, good example. Neat. Neat, quick,
So,
quick, because it is time
so
now.
when I was like, when I was small, I got one ice, one ice cream. When I grew older, I got more, like 3 or 2. So the change, the gun is happiness, and the pariyaay is from 1 to 2 ice cream.
No, no, I understood your example, but it is not correct. It is not, and I will explain to you why it is not correct. Moksh, bol.
Let's say in year 2, my teacher used to open something on the computer and then I used to draw. But now, since I'm in year 8, I can open things by own self and then I can do programming.
Good. And what is pariyaay?
The pariyaay is the change of knowledge and the gun is knowledge.
Good, Stuti.
Okay, I am meditating and I have the Goon Shanti like full on in me. But then after I finish meditating and then I come back into the real world and I'm faced with problems, I am no longer at peace. So the Goon is Shanti and the Pariyaay is from more Shanti to less Shanti.
Very good. Very good. More to less. Okay. Because look, because complete shanti is only when you look at the soul. So it is very good. She clarified from more to less. Okay. Let's analyze Neat's example. Now, Neat, I understood what he wanted to say. When he was young, he took one ice cream. Kreet, 1 minute. When he was young, he took one ice cream. As he grew older, he wanted to eat 3 ice creams. So his happiness increased as he increased the ice creams, like the number of ice creams. So that is correct what he said, but the way how he worded it was not wrong, was actually not correct. Try again one more time, Neat. Improve it yourself without me helping you. And then we stop the class.
So when I was small, I
No,
got
don't. Okay, so look, now he's using age. Listen to this. Look, there are two. Okay, okay, look, he didn't pick it up. Age is of Pudgal. The Gorn is of Pudgal. Age, because what is increasing? The body's age is increasing, isn't it, Ahil? From 5 years to 10 years to 15 to 20 years. So the age is of Pudgal. So this is something that you need to mention, Neat. The happiness is of which Gunstuti? It is of Atma. So he needs to mention over here that age belongs to Pudgal and the happiness belongs to Jeev. So this is what was like missing, because he was putting two substances together. So this was the mistake over here, which he was not able to rectify. He was mixing the two substances together, and he didn't separate them. Try again, Neat, last time, and then we go to Kreet wants to say something first. Neat, finish.
so at the end, do I have to do I separate
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry, because time is up. Other people might have homework to do. So let me quickly summarize it in one sentence. The age belongs to Pudgal, and the happiness he got from ice cream was from less to more, because when he was eating one ice cream, he was happy, but now he got more happiness when he was eating 3 ice creams. So the happiness increased. So the happiness belongs to Jeev Gun. to Jeev. And the age, he was 5 years to maybe now he's 10 years. So the age changed. So now he is that is of Pudgal. Okay, Krit, finish what you want to say, then we stop. I can't hear you. I've told you now 5 times. No, we don't have time today to give another example. Yeah, Stuti.
Miss, but you see, age is associated with time, right? Because
No,
age
no,
and
no, don't bring in time. Time is a separate substance. Look, there's Jeev. Look at me, Krit. Jeev, Pudgal, Dharmastikai, Adharmastikai, Akash, and Kal. Kal means what, Krit? Time. It means time. Kal means time. So forget about time. Age is no age is a gun. Age is a gun of Pudgal, not of time. Not of time, because here, listen to me, Stuti, why? Let me tell you why. Because age can be used with time, but in this particular example, we're associating it with the body. That is the reason only. Because again, we don't want to mix time and Pudgal together. Are you understanding? But in another example, if you want to give another example, it might fit in over there. Here we're associating with the body. The body has like height. Height, for example, he was 4 foot at one point and now he's 4.5 foot. Anyway, we have taken up enough time today.